Hi there. Have you ever wondered what ransomware attacks are and why hackers demand ransom in cryptocurrency? Picture a thug with a ski mask, but instead of a physical hostage, they've taken your computer files captive. That's the essence of ransomware, a type of malicious software that blocks access to a computer system until a ransom is paid. Welcome to Data Lab Work Channel. Today we will be discussing the concept of ransomware, what kind of demand they usually have. Well, let's dive in. Ransomware is the digital era's version of a hostage situation, where your precious data is held captive. It's a significant threat that has been making headlines in recent years, causing havoc for individuals and businesses worldwide. From your personal photo albums to a company's sensitive financial data, nothing is off limits for these digital extortionists. The ransom demanded is often in an untraceable form of payment cryptocurrency. But why is that? And why is it so challenging to unlock the data once it's been taken hostage? These are questions we'll cover in the coming scenes. Now that we know what ransomware is, let's dive into how it works. Understanding how ransomware works is crucial to protect ourselves from it. So, let's break it down. The first step in a ransomware attack is the initial infection. This usually happens through a phishing scam. Now, phishing is a kind of cyber attack where hackers disguise themselves as trustworthy entities to trick you into revealing sensitive information or downloading malicious software. Here's how it goes. You receive an email seemingly from a trusted source, like your bank or a friend. This email contains a link or an attachment. Clicking on it opens the floodgates for the ransomware to enter your system, often without you even realizing it. Once inside, the ransomware gets to work, meticulously hunting down and encrypting your files. It can target anything from your vacation photos to important work documents. The encryption is usually so strong that it's virtually impossible to break without the specific decryption key. Now here's where the ransom part comes in. Once your files are securely locked away, you're presented with a demand for payment. The hackers promise that in return for this payment, they'll provide the decryption key to unlock your files. Typically, this demand for payment is in the form of cryptocurrency. Why? Well, cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin provide a level of anonymity that traditional banking systems can't offer. This makes it harder for authorities to trace the transaction back to the hackers. So, there you are, left with a tough choice. Pay the ransom and hope the hackers keep their word, or refuse to pay and potentially lose your files forever. It's a high-stakes game of digital cat and mouse, where the mouse often ends up losing. But remember, knowledge is power. By understanding how these attacks work, we're better equipped to protect ourselves and our precious digital assets. With this understanding, we can see why ransomware is such a formidable problem. Ransomware poses a unique set of challenges that make it particularly troublesome. It's not just a simple infection that can be eradicated with a good antivirus program. No, it's far more insidious and damaging. Firstly, let's consider the financial implications of a ransomware attack. Victims are often faced with a stark choice: pay a hefty sum to potentially regain access to their digital assets or lose them forever. In many cases, these aren't just replaceable files we're talking about. They can be invaluable pieces of work, sensitive customer data, or vital systems that businesses rely on to operate. The cost, therefore, can be astronomical, not just in terms of the ransom, but also in lost productivity, reputation damage, and potential legal implications. On top of this, the very nature of ransomware attacks makes it incredibly difficult to trace the culprits. This is largely due to the use of cryptocurrency as the preferred method of ransom payment. Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin are decentralized and transactions are pseudonymous. This means that while transactions are public, the identities involved are concealed, making it a haven for those seeking to operate outside the law. This anonymity makes it a real challenge for law enforcement agencies to track down and bring the perpetrators to justice. Perhaps the most concerning aspect of ransomware is its potential for significant disruption. We're not just talking about someone's personal computer being locked out. Major corporations, healthcare providers, even city infrastructure systems can be, and have been, targeted. The fallout from such attacks can be catastrophic, affecting hundreds, thousands, even millions of people. It's not just an IT problem, it's a societal one. The use of cryptocurrency and ransomware attacks adds another layer of complexity to this issue. It's not just about understanding how to protect against these attacks, but also understanding the murky and complex world of cryptocurrencies. The interplay between these two elements, ransomware and cryptocurrencies, is what makes this issue particularly challenging and unfortunately particularly effective for those who wish to exploit it. This encryption allows hackers to maintain their anonymity while still being able to verify the receipt of payment. Another major reason hackers prefer cryptocurrency is its ease of use for international transactions. Traditional money transfers across borders can be time-consuming, costly, and laden with bureaucratic red tape. Cryptocurrency, on the other hand, allows for instantaneous transfers around the globe without the need for currency conversion or the involvement of third-party intermediaries. Lastly, the difficulty authorities have in tracing cryptocurrency transactions makes it an ideal choice for ransomware hackers. Since these transactions are encrypted and decentralized, tracking down the recipients is a complex and often fruitless endeavor. Even if a transaction can be traced, the anonymous nature of cryptocurrency wallets makes identifying the recipient nearly impossible. This frustrates law enforcement efforts to apprehend these cybercriminals and recover stolen funds. Make no mistake, the advent of cryptocurrency has revolutionized the world of finance. However, like all technological advancements, it has its darker implications. The anonymous and untraceable nature of cryptocurrency makes it a perfect tool for ransomware attackers. As we continue to navigate the digital age, it's crucial to remain aware of these potential threats and the ways in which they exploit our interconnected world. Well, there are a lot more to go further, but for basic concept, we now can wrap up what we have learned today. We can say that ransomware attacks are a serious threat, but there are steps we can take to protect ourselves. As we navigate this digital age, it's crucial to arm ourselves with knowledge and tools to fend off these cyber predators. Firstly, let's talk about software updates. I know those little pop-ups can be annoying, but they're more than just a pesky interruption. They often contain critical security patches designed to fix vulnerabilities that hackers may exploit. So next time that update reminder pops up, think of it as a reminder to fortify your digital fortress. Secondly, back up your data regularly. In fact, make it a ritual. Why? Because if you're hit with ransomware, your files could be locked up tighter than Fort Knox. But if you've got a recent backup, you can simply wipe your system clean and restore your data. Just ensure that your backup is not constantly connected to your computer, as some types of ransomware can also infect connected storage devices. Thirdly, be cautious with email attachments and links. If you receive an email from an unknown sender or even from a known contact but with a suspicious-looking link or attachment, don't click it. Cybercriminals often use phishing techniques to trick you into downloading malicious software. So, if you're unsure, it's always better to err on the side of caution. Now let's talk about firewalls and antivirus software. These are like your digital bodyguards, working round the clock to keep threats at bay. Ensure that they are always turned on and up to date. And remember, while free versions can be good, they may not provide comprehensive protection. Consider investing in reputable security software. Also, consider using a virtual private network or VPN, especially when using public Wi-Fi. This encrypts your data, making it much harder for hackers to intercept and read. Lastly, education is key. Stay informed about the latest cyber threats and how to deal with them. Share this knowledge with your family, friends, and colleagues. Remember, cybersecurity is not just an IT department's problem, it's everyone's responsibility. In conclusion, ransomware attacks are not a theoretical threat, they're happening right now, and they can cause significant damage. But by regularly updating software, backing up data, being cautious with email attachments and links, using firewalls and antivirus software, employing a VPN, and staying informed, we can significantly lower our risk. Just as we take steps to protect our physical world, locking our homes, wearing seatbelts in cars, and getting vaccinated against diseases, we must also take steps to protect our digital world. By understanding ransomware and taking proactive steps, we can reduce the risk and potentially devastating impact of these attacks. Thank you for watching the video. If you've enjoyed learning this content, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing. Your support means a lot.